Today we'll be going over some plays and a watch list. First, we have is NOC on the daily, which is a defensive company like LMT or RTX. We have this ascending triangle, and the setup looks very clean. Long if we can break 457 and 85, and short if we break around 444, or whenever we break this support. Options aren't too liquid on this, and the bid and ask spread is pretty wide, so I think shares would be much better. And other than NOC, if you don't want to play, you can also play the other two names that I mentioned, since they all have pretty similar setups on a triangle. Next we have is M McDonald on the daily. This one is also very simple. A while back over here we broke down of this massive head and shoulders, and now we rally back to the neckline. So it's either can we reclaim this uptrend, or do we retest this neckline and head back lower? Then we have Muln, MULN on the daily. This one is a cheap play, a penny stock, and we're currently in the triangle. When we break 221 support, we're looking to go short, and if we break around 3 or this resistance, then we can go long. This move recently was due to some news and retail hype, and we're probably looking for a continuation move. Next up, we have Affirm in the 30-minute chart, and what you see here is a falling wedge, but too bad I caught this too late, since we already broke out in the last 30 minutes on Friday. And if you look at the volume on this one, it's very high volume, which makes me think the breakout is real. And the next best entry I'm looking at is a break of 47, or whenever we get a retest. The next setup that I really like is Upstart in the hourly chart. The daily is just about the same, and we are currently sitting on support of this giant triangle. If we were to go long here, we have a risk to reward about 1 to 2.30, with a stop break below previous low, and we are targeting previous high over here. This risk to reward ratio is not accounting for the full measure move, and if we were to take the full length of this triangle added to the breakout, the reward will be about 4 times greater than the current one. Another setup that I like on the hourly is DDOG Datadog, and we're also sitting pretty tight on this one. So this we'll be watching if we either break to the upside or to the downside. But the expected move on either side is about $11 to $13. Last we have is Qualcomm QCOM, and I saved the best for last. On the daily, the chart looks very interesting heading into earnings in about 4 weeks. So previously we broke out of this massive descending triangle that's caused from this huge gap up on earnings, and now we're currently in this falling wedge. The closest support we have below is around 139, which is also the breakout level. I don't think we'll break out anytime just yet. I think we'll either get a retest of support and try to break out again. But this should be on your watch list, because I think this setup looks very nice. On a final note, I'll try to upload more videos soon. It was because March had a lot of news and uncertainties, and I wasn't getting any setups with confidence. And as you saw after FOMC and the war stuff, we rallied hard, and you could have just went long on anything and still make money. So there was like no no setups that were eye catching.